back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So it's done and dusted. My 2-day mental health retreat with my wife is finished, and it was a complete fucking success. So last night was acid night. So there was an actual reason I wanted to do acid with my wife. I didn't just want to get high with her. I had a specific idea in mind that acid might help a particular part of our relationship. It's something that's weighed heavily on my mind for a very long time. And it's actually too personal to even talk about on this goddamn podcast. But I had an idea in mind of how to fix it with the help of some acid. And so we took the acid last night. We had 2 acid trips. I cut them in half. We took half, and I'm like, we'll give this 45 minutes. We'll see where we're at. And if nothing's going on, we'll take the other half. So after I took the acid trip, we went for a little walk and a little dart. So we're down having a dart, and my wife went back up to the room, and I was down there darting by myself. And I was like, I should set an intention. I know what I want to accomplish with this fucking trip. I should just spend like 30 or 40 seconds just really setting the intention. Like I did with the mushrooms like 6 months ago before I left fucking Australia. I set an intention that time. I wanted to work out why I had some sort of fear of success. And once I took the mushrooms, it sort of guided me in that direction. And so I was like, all right, I'll set my intention for this trip. I wasn't going to, because you feel like a fucking idiot. And you kind of feel like it's not going to work either. Like, what the fuck is setting an intention going to do? It sounds like fucking bullshit. But I was like, it worked last time, so I'll just fucking set my intention. So I stayed out there for a couple of minutes. I set my intention. I said a little happy birthday to my nana because it was my nana's birthday. Told her I missed her, shit like that. Finished my dart, went back inside. Waited 50 minutes, and the fucking half an acid trip had done not a lot. So I was like, we need to take the other half. We've got like maybe a window of 20 minutes here. We've got to take it now so the second half catches up with the first half and we get a little bit of a fucking buzz happening. So we downed that, and then like half an hour later, it started kicking in. No visuals though. It wasn't clean acid. It was like a dull body vibe. It was very strange, actually, because it gave you all the fucking acid bullshit without the hallucinations. Like, I could feel it working its ass off, but it just never quite got there. There was no visuals. I didn't get any visuals at all, but I was tripping. It's hard to explain. It felt like it may have been sitting in a drawer for way too long. Anyway, we're both tripping. It's just a very weird vibe. And then, as though the angels were sent down from heaven, me and my wife began sorting out the thing that had been weighing on my mind for fucking a few years. It hadn't really been weighing on my wife's mind, just mine. I would love to fucking say what it is, but I asked my wife on the drive home, and she's like, if you fucking say anything, I'll kill you. So, yeah. It was very strange though. It was like we were guided into the situation. It was fucking crazy. Anyway, we connected on a spiritual level we've never connected on before. And my intention was completed, and a fucking weight lifted off my shoulders that had been weighing me down for fucking years. And then we had like 4 or 5 hours of tripping left, and my wife was not enjoying the tripping that much. It was a very fucking strange one. It was a lot of body action, like you feeling it in your limbs and that cold shiver going up your spine a lot, which is usually what you feel about 10, 15 minutes before it really kicks in. It was just like that the whole time. But there was also like mind tripping, except no hallucinations. When we finally went to bed though, my wife was over it, so she took a Xanax, and I just lay there in the dark like exploring my mind. You were able to go deep into your mind. It wasn't hallucinating though. You could just explore your mind. So I tried to like meditate and go as deep into my mind as I could with no real purpose. I just wanted to see how far I could get in there. So I went into my mind. I spent like an hour and a half doing that, just having a look around, having a look at the spaces inside there. There's different areas you can fucking explore in there, and you can change what's going on. It's almost like going into your dream, but you're awake. I don't know. Then I got fucking exhausted doing that. Ended up passing out at 3:30. woke up, and it was a great morning. Everything was great. It was a fucking successful weekend. It was revitalizing. It was exactly what me and my wife needed. A weekend getting fucked up on drugs. Without the kids. We'll tell them one day, when you were 5 and you were 1, Mama and Dada had to go to the jungle and take some ecstasy and LSD and reconnect because you two are a fucking nightmare. I recommend all couples do something like that. Do it without drinking as well. Do it with drugs only. Booze just fuels egos. You'll end up getting into some fucking bullshit argument. It'll just drudge up old shit. Just do the drugs. The tools. I'm very bullish on the ecstasy for couples. I don't see too many ways that can go wrong. That's a great experience to share with your partner. The acid, on the other hand, that has a lot more potential to go pear-shaped. So you'd want to be a little bit more careful with the acid. But if you have some particular thing you really want to process and you set your intention, you've got to set your fucking intention. I know it sounds lame. It sounds lame saying set your intention. But you've got to do it. It just gives you some sort of like driving force. I don't know. But if you have a little bit of experience with acid, you can really work some shit out. But it could also go pear-shaped as well. Like there was a few times there that my wife was not interested at all. She actually wanted to take the Xanny pretty early on. It was like 2 hours in. But I feel good. I've processed some shit. I have no urge to go out there and fucking buy a sheet of acid or some ecstasy. But I may have smoked myself back into a dart habit because fuck, I was chowing down those darts. I've said this before, but is there anything better than smoking darts and taking drugs? It's better than breathing air. So I'm probably just going to smoke about 5 or 6 more tonight and then give up tomorrow, hopefully. But anyway, that's that, and that will be me done for a little while with the drugs. I won't be taking anything till I find the DMT honey in the Himalayas. That will be the next thing I do. Anyway, that will do for tonight. If you're enjoying the podcast, give it a share around, and I'll see ya the fuck later.